So let's talk about if I send you emails, how to deal with emails with me. The first step is just write back something like okay or a short little note, or you can actually give a full reply. I don't care about that, but don't feel like then it's resolved. So let's say I say, hey, can you put an ad in Craigslist for me? You can write back, yes, I'm doing it, blah, 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 and you can even put the question like, what should be the wording of the Craigslist ad? But then don't rely on me writing back. See, email for me is more like record keeping. It's not actually communication. So the best way to do communication, if you're here with me in person, is just once a day or whatever, print it out or have it on your list and be like, hey, Ty, I got your email on Craigslist. I replied by email, but let's just talk it over. What would you like the wording of the ad to be? Or if you're not in my office, if you work remotely with me, you can just do the same thing over the phone. So that way, and I recommend that not just to deal with me, but like basically everybody, because I'm going to talk right now about what I call who the buck stops with. So in every task, I want only one person that the buck stops with. So if I say, then I would like you to make an ad in Craigslist, that means that no matter what happens, if the Craigslist ad doesn't happen, that Ben it's in his lap. So he can't be like, but I replied to you and you never got back to me. That doesn't count, because even if he wrote me an email, since the buck stops with him, he's responsible for hunting me down to the ends of the earth to get that answer. Now, if he hunts me down 100 times and I won't talk with him in person, then obviously maybe I wouldn't find him at fault, but that rarely happens. Usually what I find with people, and you're going to find this when you deal with people, is people love to get the buck out of their lap. They do not like any blame potentially. It's like people can't sleep good if there's any responsibility on them. So what they do is you write them an email, hey, urgent, I need this, and then they write you back, what do you need? And that's their way of pushing the blame back onto you, because if you don't answer them, they'll just be like, well, you never got back to me. I didn't hear from you. So